to come on a much lighter note. It's not exactly Spanish, nor is it like English. It's a little bit of both. Linda Baquero has the fun evolution of Spanglish. Welcome back to Weekend Today in New York. Happy Saturday. It's a language you may have heard in many neighborhoods, but it's not officially recognized. Well, a stand-up comedian and former journalist has put a comedic twist to Spanglish in a new book. Linda Baquero, I'm told, takes a look in this week's Visiones.
This is a public affairs presentation from For New York, Visiones.
You can't go anywhere in this country without hearing a little Spanglish. Atención, Kmart shoppers.
In a special airing on Comedy Central, Bill Santiago has audiences laughing about the pervasive mixing of Spanish and English.
In the car every summer, me and my brothers, right, for the whole trip from New York to Florida, we were not allowed to speak anything but Spanish. You know, tiene que ser en español o no les voy a hacer ningún caso. No matter what was going on, we're like, papi, there's a train coming, a train! We're like, no, tiene que ser en español, but a train! And the Spanish isn't kicking in, you're like, El Choo-choo!
That lifetime of speaking both Spanish and English led the comedian and former journalist for the New York Times and Washington Post to put together a book on the subject called Pardon My Spanglish.
It does give you options, you know, to be more precise in your expression. You know, you have these two sources of language and references to draw from.
Just before our interview, Santiago told me he heard Spanglish outside.
She's like talking about her boyfriend, you know, to a friend of hers. She said, he thinks he's all that, como si fuera la última Coca-Cola del desierto. And it was that second part that had to be in Spanish for it to convey what she was feeling.
When doing research about Spanglish, Santiago says most of the information he found was serious in tone. His book sees the humor behind this growing language combination.
The conversion is so fast, we don't even wait for a word to become full-on English before we turn it right into Spanglish. You know, like Google, yo googleo, tú googleas, nosotros googleamos.
Certain things you don't translate, like you're going to see a movie, vamos a ver la película de SpongeBob, right? You would never say Roberto Esponja pantalones cuadrados, that sounds ridiculous.
Santiago is spreading his Spanglish humor on stages across the country and in print through Amazon.com. Linda Baquero for Visiones.
That was muy bueno.